Hello everyone, no? So for today, we will be talking about the different discrete probability distributions, and we will start with the binomial distribution. So what is exactly a binomial distribution? A statistical distribution that summarizes the probability that a value will take one of the two independent values under a given set of parameters or assumptions. No, so when we talk about binomial distribution, from the word itself, binomial, meaning we only have two possible outcomes. No, first outcome is the successful outcome, and the second one is the failed outcome, or simply an attempt. No, so generally we call those attempts. These attempts, no, for a certain problem to fall under binomial distribution should be independent, no, should be independent or mutually exclusive. Okay? So kapag hindi mutually exclusive, hindi mo pwede gamitin si binomial distribution. Okay? So this is a common distribution as opposed to a continuous distribution such as the normal distribution, since this is we have already discussed a discrete and discrete and continuous random variable. So this falls under the discrete random variable, no? So other types of discrete probability distributions, which we will be talking about in the next lessons, okay, are geometric, hypergeometric, and the Poisson distribution. Okay? So for now, let's focus on the binomial distribution. How do we calculate the probability? The probability mass function. That's what we call it. No, so sulat ko dito. The probability mass function. Okay, so the probability of a binomial distribution is given by the formula P is equal to X is equal to R. Okay, is equal to NCR times P raised to R times Q raised to N minus R. So may involve dito na very familiar concept, no, which is combination. No, so in binomial distribution, crucial na dapat alam niyo how we compute for the combination, no. So ano yung mga variables na kailangan natin before we can use this formula, no? So first we have P, the probability of success, the probability of failure in Q, okay, the number of trials or attempts in N, and the number of successful trials in R. Okay, so yung apat lang yan ang kailangan natin, we can solve for the probability of a binomial distribution. Okay, let's try. A 6-sided die is rolled 12 times. What is the probability of getting a 4 5 times? So sir, ano yung sinasabi dyan na successful, a probability of success and the probability of failure? Given na, sir, ano yan anim yung possible outcomes sa, anim yung possible outcomes dun sa isang six-sided die. Diba? So, it can't be used by binomial distribution. Pero if we're going to look at the problem, what is the probability of getting a 4 5 times? Wala tayong pake on the other values. We only take into account if the die will show 4 as a result. Meaning, at 4, paglabas ng 4, that will be the probability, that will be the successful attempt. All other results are failed attempts. Okay, so, for the probability of success, diba, again, the formula for the probability of a binomial distribution, this is NCR times P raised to R times Q raised to N minus R. Okay, so we need P, no? So which is the probability of success. So that is 1 over 6, or simply this is, let's double check, 0.167. Okay, that's the probability of success. That's the probability that you will get a 4. Okay. Otherwise, that is 5 over 6, or simply ayan, so that is 0.833. Ayan. So how do we get the Q, no? So that is simply 1 minus the probability of success. No, for Q, so sulat ko dito, for Q, that is 1 minus the probability of success. Okay? So ano pa kulang natin? So we have our R. Okay? Our R. So for our R, ito yung hinahabol natin the number of times. No? Ilan yung successful attempts. In this case, 5 times dapat lumabas yung R. Rather yung 4. Diba? And the number of attempts, total number of attempts is 12 times. Okay, so let's substitute. So this is 12 choose 5 times 0.167 raised to 5 times 0.833 raised to 12 minus 5. Okay, so we can substitute this directly to the formula or the calculator, or simply use the formula n factorial over r factorial times n minus r factorial. So that is 12 factorial over 5 factorial times 12 minus 5 factorial, diba? Times 0.167 raised to 5 times 0.833 raised to 7. Or simply, I can just use the NCR function, no, in the calculator. So, okay, so we have 12, then C, 5. Okay, times. That is 1 over 6. Para mas accurate yung makuha nating value. That is 5. Kasi kapag yung 0.167, medyo prone sa error. No, in the sense na baka magkaroon ng difference dun sa dapat na sagot na makuha. So, let's just use the fraction kasi mas mas accurate. Sorry. Raised to 7. Tama, 'di ba? That is 12 minus 5, that is 7. Ay, sorry. Sorry, I resetted the calculator. So again, 12 C5 times 1 over 6 raised to 5 times 5 over 6 raised to 7. Okay, so that is 0.2, 0.028. Ayan, as shown in the calculator. Okay, so that is the probability of getting A for 5 times. So medyo mababa. Ayan, okay? So that's how we use binomial distribution. Okay, another example. A multiple choice test contains 20 questions with answer choices A, B, C, and D. Only one answer choice to each question represents a correct answer. Meaning, isa lang yung pwede mo piliin na tama. Okay, find the probability that a student will answer exactly 8 questions correctly if he makes 20 random guesses. No, I mean random guesses on all 20 questions. Okay, sige. So, what is the probability of success? Sige, sulat muna natin yung formula. Okay, so what's the probability? What is our probability of success? So, since this is a 4-choice multiple choice exam, okay, isa lang yung pwedeng tumama, meaning that is what? 1 over 4. And the probability of failure is 3 over 4. Naintindihan po? Okay, so since isa lang nga, only one answer choice to each question represents a correct answer. Now, what is our R? So, ang sabi, no, what's the probability na merong 8 na tatama? Okay, 8 na tatama sa 20 na wala. Naintindihan po? Okay, so let's use the formula. So we have 20 choose 8 times 1/4 raised to R. So that is 8 times 3 over 4 raised to 20 minus 8. Yan. Okay, so let's use the direct na natin. No? Huwag na natin gamitin yung long formula. So we have 20 choose 8 times 1/4 raised to 8 times 3/4 raised to 20 minus. You can directly substitute kung ano man, no? Kung hindi kayo sure dun sa subtraction, no? Pwede nyo na mailagay agad yan. The calculator will do the simple math for you. Okay, so this is equivalent to 0.061, no? Yan. So, mababa ang probability, okay, in making guesses. No, especially kapag ang multiple choice question tas marami. Of course, mas marami ang question, mas mababa yung probability na makapasa ka. No, let's say for example, kung 70%, that is 70 out of 100, no, napakababa ng probability. No, na lahat yun ay puro hula. Puro hula lahat yun. Okay? Sige. So, third question. 25% of all students enrolled in the College of Engineering are taking advanced math. 30 students are chosen at random. Find the probability that exactly 7 students out of the 30 are chosen. Out of 30 chosen are taking advanced math. What is the probability that fewer than 5 students out of the 30 who are selected are taking advanced math? Calculate the mean and the standard deviation. Okay, so first, no, so what is the probability that's exactly 7 out of 30? So our probability of success is wait lang. 0.25. The probability of failure is 0.75. Saan natin nakuha yon? Dito. Naintindihan po? Okay, so yan yung success rate natin eh. Kasi 25% daw yung kumukuha ng advanced math. Okay? Now, how many students in total? We have 30 students in total. Okay, so with this, okay, magbabago-bago yung R natin since we have multiple questions. So for letter A, what is the probability when x is equal to 7? Okay, so the probability when x is equal to 7 is equal to, so that is 30 choose 7 times 0.25 raised to 7 times 0.75 raised to 30 minus 7. No, yan yung kailangan natin. So let's use the formula in the calculator. So that's 30 choose 7 times 0.25 raised to 7, okay, times 0.75 raised to 30 minus 7. Okay, and the probability that 7 students are taking advanced math out of the 30 is 0.166. Okay, so yan yung hinahanap. Okay, now for B. Okay, what is the probability that fewer than 5? Fewer than 5, no? So, when x, or the probability that the probability that the students are taking advanced math, okay, we have fewer than 5, so that is less than 5. Okay, so meaning, okay, how are we going to complete this? Kasi yung mga previous natin, mga examples natin, yung directly using the formula, okay, once is for exact na kinukuha. Dito kasi, fewer than 5, hindi isa lang yung kinukuha natin. We're getting multiple probabilities. Okay, kapag meron kayong nakitang, ang tawag dito, pag meron kayong nakitang problems na fewer than, at least, more than, at most, no, hindi equals ang ibig sabihin, no? No, so, for this is equivalent to what? The summation of the probability of x is equal to n. Okay, from n is equal to what? We start with 1 and we end with 4. Sir, bakit 4 lang hindi kasama si 5? Kasi fewer than 5, no? So hindi pwedeng equal to 5. Fewer than 5 lang yung hinahanap. Kung ang tanong is at most 5, so that is up to 5. Pero since this is just fewer than 5, hanggang 4 lang yung kukunin natin. 4 is still less than 5. Okay, kaya kukunin natin. So, this is equal to the probability. Sige, we start with 4. Commutative naman to. 3, 2, and 1. Okay? So, ano nagbabago-bago dito? Yung R. No? Ito. Sorry. Wait lang. Yan. Ito yung nagbabago-bago dyan. Ito, tsaka ito. No? Yan yung mga nagbabago-bago dyan. So, Kapag if you're not confident with using the summation, you can individually compute. No, pero if you can use the summation on the calculator properly, so that is shift log, no, para lumabas yung summation natin na to. I-type niyo yung formula. So that is 30 C X, sorry. Ayan. CX, okay, times, okay, times 0.25 raised to x, okay, raised to x, times 0.75 raised to 30 minus x. Okay, so yan yung itatype ninyo sa calculator. Now, ano yung start natin dito? From 1 to 4. Okay, to get, we have the probability. This is equal to 0.098. No? Ayan. So, napakababa ng probability. Now that fewer than 5 students are taking advanced mathematics. Okay, so you can compute this manually, no, individually. Okay, so let's try to create the binomial distribution table or the graph. No? Sige, wait lang. Okay, so or let me use another color. Maybe this one. Yeah, let's create the probability distribution table. Okay, so you start with number of students from, let's say 0 to 10 lang muna, no? So for our x-axis, that is our r, or simply our x. Yan, and dito sa taas ang ating probability. Okay? So, start with 0, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ayan. So, hindi pa natin alam kung gaano kalalaki yung mga probability, no? So, pero let's check yun sa previous one. So if that is the case, maybe we can have a maximum of 0.3. No, I guess. 0.5, 0.1, sorry, 0.05, 0.01, 0.1, 0.1.5, 0.2, 0.25, we have 0.3. Ayan. Okay, so let's assume, no, kung lalampas, edi lalampas. Okay, so going back dun sa formula, meron na tayo, ito yung previous ano natin. Palitan natin yung 7 ng x. Ayan. So, let's calculate now. When x is equal to 1, sobrang liit ng probability natin. Halos wala. Oh, so, lagyan lang natin dito. Ayan. Dito lang. Sobrang liit. Now, that is 0.1. 0.01 or 0.02. Oops. Ayan, 0.02. No? So, roughly, ayan, nandyan nga siya. Okay? So, taasan natin onte. Okay, next, no? So, for 2, ganun lang, calculate 2 equals, no? So, that is na roughly 0. Sorry. Ito should have yan lang. Itong mga susunod yung medyo tataas. Kasi this is roughly 0.1 0, 1. No? So, yeah, meron tayo slight increase. Next, for 3, yan. So, medyo tumaas na. That is approximately 0.3. Yan, for 4. Okay, so that is 0.6. That is about a bit above 0.5. Then for 5, so a bit over 1. Then for 6, a bit nearly 1.5. Then for 7, a bit over 1.5. Ito ay a bit over, ano mas mataas? Mas mataas yung kanina. So dito tayo. Wait lang. 0.13. Bumaba na pala. Yan. So that is nearly 0.1. Yan. So, not to scale, no? This is the rough sketch of the binomial distribution of the problem, no? So, yung problem number, letter B, no, dito, ang kinukuha dito sa letter B is this one. From 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ito, itong mga probability na to. As you can see in the graph, di ba, magkakatabi sila. If we're going to get the total area, no, which is the total probability, what we usually do is what? We just sum, di ba? We just get the sum of this. Okay? So, that's how we get the probability using the table. Okay? So, meron pa isang problem, no? Calculate the mean and the standard deviation of this binomial distribution. How do we compute? So, this is the formula for the mean and the standard deviation of a binomial distribution. The mean is equal to n times p, and the standard deviation is equal to the square root of n times p times q, or simply mu times q, the square root of mu times q. Okay, so in this problem, also for the mean, that is n times p, and the standard deviation is the square root of mu times q. Parehas lang yun, n times p times q. Okay, so how many total attempts, total students? So we have 30 times the probability, that is 0.25. So we have 30 times 0.25, so that is 7.5. And the standard deviation, so that is 30 times p, that is 0.25 times 0.75. So that is roughly 30 times 0.25 times 0.75. Okay, this is roughly equal to 2.372. Okay, the mean is equal to 7.5. The standard deviation is approximately equal to 2.372. So that's how we get the mean and the standard deviation. Okay? I hope naintindihan na, no? So, okay. We have another example. So we have a casino created a new game in which the participants can place bets on the number of heads or tails in a specified number of coin flips. Assume a participant wants to take place $10 bet that there will be exactly 6 heads in 20 coin flips. What's the probability that the participant is incorrect? Okay, calculate the mean and the standard deviation. Okay, sige. So, again, the formula, ng walang katapusang formula natin, times P raised to R times Q raised to N minus R. This is the probability that the participant is correct. Okay, so, from this, okay, so, sabi no, 20 coin flips, yan, 20 coin flips, 6 yung tama. And the probability, okay, is, of course, since this is a coin flip, 1/2 lang yan. No? 1/2 sa heads, 1/2 sa tails. So that is raised to 6 times 1/2 raised to 20 minus 6. Okay, so we get the probability. So that is 20 to 6 times 0.5 raised to 6 times 0.5 raised to 20 minus 6. Okay, which is equal to 0.3 or 0.37. No? So, approximately. Now, this is the probability that the player is correct. Okay? Pero the question is, the participant is incorrect. So, anong gagawin natin? 1 minus the probability. Okay, which is equal to 1 minus 0.037. So, let's subtract the answer. Okay, so that is roughly 0.963. Yan yung probability na mali. Yung, alin? Yung better. Yung better pala, yung better. No, yung sugalero. Okay? So, for the mean and the standard deviation, that is mu, is equal to n times p. So, that is 20 times 1/2, or roughly 10. So, for the standard deviation, so this is 20 times 1/2 times 1/2 square root. So, this is equal to square root of 5. Tama ba? Or roughly, this is... So, let's compute 20 times 0.5 times 0.5. Tama. Square root of 5, or that is 2.236 approximately. Okay? That's how we get the mean and the standard. Last, no, so we have the probability of a randomly selected engineering graduates who finished engineering schools in 4 years is approximately 0.82. If 20 engineering students are randomly selected, what is the probability that exactly 14 finished engineering exactly in 4 years? What is the probability of having at least 17 who finished engineering at exactly 4 years? Determine the mean and the standard deviation. So, sabi no, ang pinapahanap sa atin is when x is equal to 14. So, what is the probability of success? P is equal to 0.82. So, we have, ilan daw yung pinili? 20 engineering students are selected. So, that is 20 choose 14. Okay, times 0.82 raised to 14 times 0.18. Okay, raised to 20 minus 14. Okay, so this is equal to 20 choose 14 times 0.82 raised to 14 times 0.18 raised to 20 minus 14, which is equal to 0.082. Yeah, approximately. Now, para dun sa second question, no, what is the probability of having at least 17? At least 17. Okay, so using this, so x should be greater than or equal to 17. Okay. So you're going to use the probability of x where x is equal to 17 until 20. Gagamitin natin tong formula na to. 'Di ba? Papalitan lang natin yung alin, papalitan lang natin yung 14 ng x, 'di ba, dun sa calculator. So again, choose 14. Choose x times. Okay, so that is 0.82 raised to x times 0.18 raised to 20 minus. From x is equal to 17 until 20. So that is 0.503 approximately. Okay? So you can check individually, no? So 17, 18, 19, 20 lang naman yan. Okay. So for the mean, that is 20 times 0.82. Sorry. That is 16.4. And the standard deviation, square root of 20 times 0.82 times 0.8. So we have the square root of the answer times 0.80. So that is 1.71. Yeah. So that's it about binomial distributions, no? So I hope you guys learned something. Next topic, we will be talking about geometric distribution, no? So stay tuned, stay safe, and God bless.